Hey everyone, Magic Lover recording round 3. I did have a buy for round 1. Do we want to play first? Yeah, we would like to play first. This is not the hand we would like to play. Everything but a glimpse. We'll mull that. And this is a little better. It's actually got more mana than I need. But I can go off turn 1. So the big question is, do I go off turn 1 with 2 critters? I'm gonna say I don't. I'm just gonna put it out there, because I'm not too worried if this gets like stifled or the person holds back a wasteland or something, just because I've got the Spirit Guide mana sources for this. Spirit Guide notoriously resistant to wasteland. Oh, probably another Rug Delver. Which is a bummer, because now we can know to Gitaxian Probe. Nothing wrong with perfect information, right? So now he knows, obviously a glimpse-based deck. There's no other reason to be playing this, so he can pretty much just camp on any forces, stifles, anything like that. Dazes. So this is the great Daze Surpriser, and it no longer will be. So now he's going to Thoughtseize this away, and I'm pretty much top decking. So this is the case for going for it on turn 1, even with 2. Because if I chained into a second glimpse, like if I draw a glimpse here, I'm going to be pissed, because then I could have, double glimpsed. But the odds are not good for that. I am going to sack here, because at this point I do need... Oh, look at that. That's spicy. I was going to say, I do need the... He's pissed because he knows I didn't have that. I just drew it. And I did crack that for Breeding Pool Blind, but like I was saying, no real reason I'd crack that for anything else blind, since my only outs here were to draw another one of the 3 glimpses or one of the 4 personal tutors. I think he's just doing that little draw engine. Now, interestingly, I haven't seen a blue source yet, so it's possible this isn't. Ah, okay, it is Reanimator. Look at that. Or Tin Fins. Tin Fins usually has the full set of probes. Reanimate, yeah. So, I'm betting he, draws 7 in response. No, probably not, with 4 life. Genius. Let's show this big demon how we do things downtown. Glimpse. No. Eh. And of course I don't have enough attackers, but I'm going to do it anyway, just because you can't draw right now. Okay. I'd drawn a couple more dorks, that would have been perfect. Because now it is 2 swings. And he gets to kill 2 of them. So I swing with 5, he kills 1. I have 4 swingers left, I swing with 4. Assuming he can't kill another 2, I get the 7 counters. He's still big enough. So I don't think I win this race unless all I draw is creatures. I will be doing more damage to him than he'll be gaining in lifelink. So it looks like kind of more traditional Reanimator than Tin Fins. But either way, that is a 7/7 Necropotence on a stick for 7, so I'm probably dead here. That's a pretty risky move. Although not too risky, because he knows he has another turn. He knows this isn't going to trigger. He's not lethal right now. Unless I had a couple of 1-drop green hasties, which is not the case. So he might just entomb and reanimate something like Archon or Iona, I have no idea. Reanimate. Yeah, that's a good trade-off, you know. Make it 1. The trade-off is the life, right? Yeah, that's fair. Nope. Broken. So it'll be interesting to see what my opponent does. I mean, we're not dead in the water. I'd give us a 5%, 5 to 10% maybe chance on this, but not a lot. I mean, the reason for that is if he didn't draw what he needed, and he's got a full grip of 9 with the mana to do it, so if he doesn't have what he needs now, I swing, get counters, and then he's got to be able to entomb and reanimate like an Angel of Despair. Something like that. I mean, surprisingly, the only thing that's limiting him here is, you know, he can only draw 7 a turn because he spent so much life probing and thought seizing and reanimating that, because if he could have just drawn 14 to be at 4, I think this game would be over. So one way or another, in 2 turns, it should be over. Looks like it's over here. Oh, so maybe this is an agglomeration of Reanimator and Tin Fins? I've never seen a Tin Fins list run Reanimator. And I've never seen a Reanimator list run Tendrils of Agony, which is he's going for Storm Count here, so I'm assuming the white is for Children of Corliss, and he's going to get me for the Tendrils kill here. So this is kind of interesting. I had not seen this yet. Kind of Reanimator in the Storm Gristlebrand Tin Fins build, so interesting. Now the good news is, hopefully he thinks that is my primary kill condition, and he kind of boards in like anti-creature hate, which is handy. Now, of course, I cut a little of the extra. They don't play Stifle. The Noxious Survivals are coming in. that tends to screw up Reanimator pretty well. Maybe I'd drop one, keep the tutor, keep the Ascension. You know what? I'll go for the Scapegoat. I want to have the resiliency. So I only have the real one win condition in here. I wanted to keep my, I dropped 2 of my 0 drops. That puts it back to, I believe, 50%. And I'm just at 50%, counting these as 0 drops. That's 30 cards. So, I'll be close. If I can chain it or not, but usually that's what this is for, to kind of continue the chain going. Kind of a card that's not on anyone's radar. Of course, unfortunately, all my business here is 1 drop, so a Chalice on 1 usually means good game for me, although not entirely. That is what this is meant for, but I don't think he plays it, so not too concerned. And we're back. Yeah, I'll play first. I'll keep it. Just force him to have it. Okay, so I'm gonna put that out. I'm gonna put that out. I am going to go for pool, yeah, and we'll glimpse. Okay, so we're off to the races. There we go. I think we won. Yeah. Just looking for that second source. There we go. Now we're double glimpsing. We'll put our excess stuff here. What, 29 cards? Okay. This is the unfortunate part, since now we do have to do one of those, but typically, there we go. We're at 28, he's at 25, okay. In good shape. Okay, so that went pretty well, and importantly for this matchup, we did not have to show him the Noxious Revival. So, Scapegoat came in pretty handy, and we'll keep it. Now he's going to go first, so I'm going to expect, something to get stripped out of my hand. So I'm not going to keep a weak hand. I'm betting he's going to go for, he'll just mull till he finds a disruption first hand. So, what do we got? Pretty easy mull. Pretty easy mull. Yep. Boo. Poo. I'd have taken anything with any glimpse, any personal tutor, any Noxious Revival. And I didn't get any of that in my 7, 6, 5, 4 or 4. Only got it in my 3. So let's draw Forced and win on our mull to 3, right? Chose to shuffle, that's a good sign. Means he's digging. Come on, land. Come on, Elvish Spirit Guide. Come on, Lotus Petal. Let's do it. Lotus Petal! God bless you, little beautiful artifact. Please don't counter this. The reason I'm glimpsing with 2 is I want a Noxious Revival. Uh-oh. Well, that's not cool. I have been shushed. Essentially a 1 mana time stop against my deck. Silence. So yeah, this just looks kind of like Tin Fins with Reanimator. Or with, Reanimate. I didn't see Exhume, and I bet he doesn't have like Animate Dead, Exhume, that kind of stuff. So he kept the hate hand, and now we're just kind of trying to rebuild. He's been drawing land. I've been drawing not glimpses, but I do have my land. This is kind of weak, but I'll throw the Memnite out there. This is more land than you usually see Tin Fins play. I think he's drawn all land. Safe to say I think he's flooded. We'll start cracking in there for one. So he's at 15 effective right now if he wants to use it. Because he's probably thinking he can crack a couple right now, and this might be the turn that he entombs Goryo's Vengeance is a Gristlebrand at me. Or Shallow Graves it. So here's the Entomb. Oh, Cabal Therapy. What's he gonna name? What are you gonna name? If I had Glimpse or... Oh, maybe he's thinking I'm just mana screwed and I have like 3 personal tutors. What does he name? I bet he names Personal Tutor. Beastmaster Ascension. Okay. I think I'm going on the backup plan. So the worst thing he could do now, I'm sure he knows it, is name Elvish Spirit Guide. Which I would not exile in response. I'd take it in my graveyard so I could Noxious Revival it if I need to. But I doubt that will be relevant. So maybe we see a Children of Corliss come out here, and then he flashes it back to get the Spirit Guide? I don't know. Nope. So I was smart on his part. He thinned out. Figured he's got enough land to do anything he wants. And I'm gonna have to drop it, so I'll drop a Thopter. It's better than discarding it. If for some reason I do pull that Beastmaster Ascension and a couple mana sources, boy, he is really getting hosed here. This is just removing his ability to Ataxium Probe as much. I shaved a couple of spells off, but again, I doubt it'll be a factor. If Memnite wins this game, I will lose my S, but I actually did do 15 points of damage to someone with Memnite in a game where they just kind of stalled out. It was mildly amusing. I almost got there, but eventually the person found all their business in their deck in the last, 30 cards, and kicked my butt. There we go. Maybe it's just going to hardcast Gristlebrand. Maybe that's plan B. Just spend 9 and slap him on the table. When in doubt, drop him from your hand, right? Oh, he's 8. Huh, I thought he was 9. Heh. And, well, we'll drop the Thopter just so we can stop taking shots to the face. We'll not be giving him an extra 7 life, of course. It's worth noting, if we get a white source, we can block with the Thopter and then scapegoat it back into our hand to avoid him getting the lifelink. Not online, but it did win a game that way by denying someone the lifelink they thought they were going to get, and then was able to bash them for enough, since they could not then draw the 7 cards they thought were going to. Again, don't think it'll be relevant here, but once in a while, you never know. Always good to keep the options open. So, why are you ritualing now? There's Grave's Vengeance. Wow, there's Shallow Grave. So, he is going to drop Emrakul into play from the Thoughtseize. He will Shallow Grave with the trigger on the stack. He will swing at me, and we will sacrifice everything and take 22, which will be 15 plus 7. Yep. This is more like the Tin Fins I'm used to. And that is certainly where, not that he can't silence me beforehand, but that's where Noxious Revival were to come in handy. But apparently all 4 of those are still left in the deck. See, it would have been great here too to have that white source, because then I'd block both of them. Well, no, that's wrong. That trigger goes on before I get the block, so I'd sacrifice them all. Really? You're entombing? Eh. God, if I had like a Neuro Beasting or something ridiculous here. Now it's interesting, this does not offset, the amount you've gained minus what you've lost, just what you've lost, so he's only lost 3 this turn apparently, because he has not attacked yet to get his 7, but that's probably just for storm count. 8. I mean, he's winning 3 ways from Tuesday. He could just attack here. This is just, I think, for grins and giggles. So I'll just F6. So we did pull off a turn 1 kill in game 2, but not enough. Yeah, look, still had all these. Great, got it. And that's the ballgame. How close were we? Not even in the ballpark.